Good thing it's Quick Bites.
That could be our slogan.
Good thing it's Quick Bites. Riley Hansen, thanks
Who
for
are
taking
you?
over the podcast last week when I was gone. I was in Chicago and then Las Vegas. And let me tell you, Chicago is quite the city. I've been a few times now. They've got this architectural tour that you take like this riverboat through the city. Really cool. I did it like 7 to 10 years ago, and I did it again. And it's just like every couple of years, you need to do it again.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I know I was jealous. I want to go to Chicago. It's definitely a destination high up on my list. Just to see
Gary
it.
VCon 2025.
That would be sweet.
I could see him doing it. They have a huge convention center in
Oh, really?
Chicago. Yeah, like big convention
Because
center.
that's a big hub.
Yeah.
Easily accessible.
Yep.
And so is New York. I mean, New York less for us, but
Where do you think VCon's going to be?
I mean, Chicago makes sense, but I don't know.
Toronto.
Yeah, I was like, maybe Canada.
I think he might do a Canada one.
That would be sweet, though. I've never
It
been to
should come
Toronto. I've
out.
only been to Sydney, BC,
Oh.
by Lake Victoria.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Cool.
There.
Beautiful.
Really.
Canada's huge.
Yeah, it's insane.
All right. What are we talking about today on the pod?
Where do we start?
I know.
Let's
there's
just take
so
a
much
look at
going
everything
on.
happening. The market. I don't even know if the stock market's
This
going to be
week's
around
podcast
tomorrow.
is just recapping all the drama in the last 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
We've got Tom Brady and Giselle getting a divorce.
Yep.
It's official
Calling it
today.
quits.
We've got Amazon tanking 20%
Yeah.
after hours yesterday.
Tanking 20%. I mean, I think the only stock that's green right now is like Apple.
Why?
They just beat earnings.
Yeah. They made like what 20.3 billion profit last year?
I don't even know.
Last
but-
quarter, not last year.
Yeah,
It's quarter.
That's
It's a quarter.
insane. That's crazy.
Multiply that by 4.
Elon's chief twit.
Chief Twit wrangled the bird,
Yeah.
the blue bird. People's
That's
photo
what
is
that
great.
was. I didn't understand what that was. I saw it. And I was like, oh, and then you said,
And then
okay,
it's like
that,
click.
that
There you
clicked.
go. There you go, Riley. It's those young brains.
Yep.
Um, Amazon dropping 20% after hours. What do you think? I mean, they beat on top line.
I didn't see the breakdown of their earnings. I just know that I just saw that they
got
missed.
hammered.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, when Amazon's down 20%, it's like you should probably buy some.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
seriously.
in my opinion. But
You know what's funny is I drove to pick up a FedEx package yesterday, and there's a new Amazon building off of Franklin, kind of over by your house, across the street. You know, there's that
Yep.
FedEx place.
Yep.
There's a vacant Amazon building.
Yeah, it's
that's
vacant.
fully completed.
yeah.
And I was like, Kenzie, look at that Amazon building. She's like, what do you mean Amazon building? I'm like, it's painted the colors, and
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it had the Amazon sign because there's no trucks in it. And I was like,
No, it's never. I mean, I was like, unless they do like overnight.
No, it's
But,
it's one of the buildings that I think they're trying to sublease or get rid of because they got a little out over their skis of it. But the geniusness behind Amazon and why I think they're gonna just kill it the next 10 years is mainly because of the logistical systems that they've built. Like last mile delivery, like clicking and ordering something and getting it like within 24 hours is game changing. You know?
Like I think about the logistics, and I'm like, I don't even want to know. like
Like when
how-
someone clicks order, what happens?
Well, yeah, but it's just like, how is that? The thing that I wonder is like, how is that not sustainable? But like, how do they do that for everybody?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people that like order Amazon. People that live on like a dirt road, like 20 minutes off the highway. Like, how are they doing this?
How are they getting that?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, like, so Bree's parents used to live in Henderson, and we would come down Raiders Way and like turn on to St. Rose, and there's that Amazon thing over there. And like one morning we were like driving down, there was like 30 Amazon vans like leaving.
Oh, rule.
And it was like- it
leaving
was
their
like
shift
a-
in the morning. Yeah.
It looked like I don't even know. Yeah, it looked like a bunch of buffalo like running towards something, but it was just crazy. I'm just like, that's insane.
So I bought some Amazon.
I bought a little
yesterday
too.
after market hours.
Yep.
Like you said, I think anytime Amazon's down 20%, you gotta gobble that shit up.
Yep, invest in your own
It's
risk.
already back.
Yeah,
Not back completely, but it gained about
yesterday.
10%.
I
You know,
didn't- I
after
didn't
hours.
see, yeah.
I think it's at $100 right now, 102.
What's
But-
what's kind of interesting about Amazon is I kind of knew about it, but I was just thinking the other day of like how interesting it is like they franchise their routes, their delivery routes.
That's really interesting because that's true.
So you like
You can buy
buy
a
the
route.
vans, hire the employees, and you're making profit off of something that's
Delivery.
already there. Because I mean, I think that just
It's true. Yeah.
takes off logistics from Amazon, like to an extent of like hiring, dealing with employees, but then like it gives you the opportunity to make income on that, but you're also responsible for hiring
And
and
you get to
having all
work for
the
yourself.
yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Because then it ties in a little bit of like Uber Eats and stuff like that, and how they've absorbed like starting to do like food delivery.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting too, and how, I mean, I think that over the years that they're going to compress those fees. So it's just going to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper to order delivery, whether it's food, Amazon, any product,
Yeah.
because of, some of the efficiencies that they'll be able to weed out over time,
But yeah, they're just getting more efficient every day, pretty much.
all day,
Like-
every day. Amazon. How much stuff do you buy on Amazon?
I mean, I've kind of like reeled back because I'm just like, oh, I don't need that. Like, I don't need that right now. But like, I mean, I would say a couple times a week I'm hitting buy now,
Really?
swiping.
I like that.
I mean, it's like not like huge. I bought some lighters the other day, just like random
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, for your smoking habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like that. I mean, like,
No, it's your candle habit, huh?
yeah. Well, I have
Riley loves candles.
I have like a little lighter, and like it's hard to light like 4 wick
Ah.
candles. It gets hot, but
Yeah, Riley lights his 4 candles before he meditates and edits videos.
but yeah, and then I just like random stuff, if I need.
Do you do any of the auto stuff?
No.
So
I'm
I
not an auto
like
guy.
auto, like these smelly things that go in the dirty diaper can for the garage. And it's so nice when I get a new one,
Yeah.
like every 2 weeks, because I'm like, oh, that needs to be changed. And then it shows up on my doorstep the next day in an odd way.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I'm like,
Amazon
well, thanks.
knows.
Yeah.
I don't automate anything really. The only thing I do automate, like Dan has these vitamins that like, that's the only thing that's automated. That's like every 90 days though. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't even.
You know what's fascinating is Amazon also have made some acquisitions over the years that I don't think we've even seen come to fruition, like PillPack. Like think of like, I mean, we're not old yet. I'm old. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
But like your multivitamin packs, like they could deliver those every 60 days. And I mean, you started to get into like big pharma and things like that. Like think of not having to go to the pharmacy anymore. Like
Well,
so many old people go to the pharmacy.
Thanks, Mark Cuban.
Yes.
But you think about the reason I order Amazon is because like I have the thought, I do it, and the thought's gone. Like I don't have to be like, oh, I need to schedule. I need to go to the
Let me
pharmacy.
write it down. I go to the pharmacy. You got to go by the mailbox, whatever. Yeah.
It just frees up so much time. It's efficient. I mean, that's where the human race is going, is efficiency and like productivity.
That's
and,
where
like,
all the value's at. You look at these fucking phones that we got 10 years ago,
Yeah.
15 years ago now, and how much is packed in this little device. Like, it blows my mind.
It's
We don't even carry wallets anymore. Do you
Yeah.
have a wallet? Nope.
right here.
It's on our phones.
Yep. Literally.
Can we just get IDs on our phones and then like
Yeah.
it would free up one card holder slot, It'd be lovely. And more people need to have accessibility to Apple Pay. I was at Home Depot the other day. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, like
Their POS system wouldn't
like
accept it.
POSs.
Yeah. I was like, dude, come on. Get up with the times.
that. Yeah, it's
like,
interesting.
I have 12 business cards for different businesses and like I can't keep them all in my little wallet on my phone.
Yeah,
Maybe not 12, like 3.
I'm a hater of business cards.
Yeah.
But
Just get fat and beat up.
yeah,
Never
exactly.
get used.
Elon.
Whoa.
not
Amazon
done?
also bought 15% of Hawaiian Airlines.
That's
What's your
interesting.
play
Do you
there?
think that's just an acquisition from like a revenue standpoint, or
think it's
they're
a
gonna
cargo
do
thing.
something?
Because Hawaiian fly the legs back and forth to Hawaii in the U.S. Maybe it's a way to get,
Implement some cargo
Yeah.
to their business.
something
because
like
they just
that.
do commercial, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, though. Like, is it an employee thing? Is it a Hawaiian Airlines? Maybe, like, the Hawaiian Islands are going to pop off the next 10 years, and everybody wants to go vacationing there. Yeah, Elon. I feel
Let
like
that sink in.
he's like this, like, warrior riding a blue bird, like Beeple's photo. Like, you wrangled the bird, but I think he needs to be riding it instead of wrangling it.
That's a good way to look at it. I'll be interested to.
I feel like we talk about Elon every week, but
it's
you know what's
prominent.
funny is like the last 2 months, he just has not been in the news besides the Twitter acquisition. Like he hit some podcasts. He like did the podcast with the Nelk Boys. He's done the Rogan show, but then he like disappears for 3 months. and you just hear about him in the news, but then he goes silent, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Whoa."
He's just working 90 hours a week.
Yeah.
Like, they're what was I gonna say?
He's a marketing genius.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm going
he
to be
is for
smelling
sure.
like burnt hair here soon.
Did you order some?
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, I'm so curious to see what that smells like.
I know. I
He-
can't wait till I get it.
I keep explaining him as like the nerd in high school with billions of dollars. Like, it's just like so funny. I love it.
It's so
He-
true.
It's just, yeah. He's just like a real human that just has like a funny, quirky sense of humor that just
His
like.
sense of humor is so good too.
Yeah.
Like he nails it. Like what was his first thing with Tesla? I think it was the short shorts. When everyone was shorting the Tesla stock, he launched these little booty red shorts that sold out in seconds. like isn't that great?
That's awesome. That's so funny.
It's like call me shorts now, or something
Yeah.
like that. And I'm just like, gosh, where does that guy come up with that?
I just
stuff?
love it because he's so like resilient to like problems and issues. I mean, you have to be when you're an entrepreneur at that scale. I feel like, but
Like how many lawsuits do you think he's in right now? Like I bet you there's not hundreds of thousands, probably hundreds of people suing him for something.
I mean, like what? I mean, the guy has a legal team, so it's like they're probably just every day just like sending out.
Yeah, that is true. Like
Just,
just
like,
like sue
constant-
me,
yeah,
or
yeah.
sending out stuff to other people that are copying. his
Here's 10
shit.
grand. Like,
Yeah.
leave us alone. Yeah, no, it's insane at that scale. It's hard to comprehend what your day to day would look like.
I know. Like,
Like he has a wife and kids.
well, I think he's
Ish.
he's got 7 kids. I think 6 kids.
Yeah. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Like I knew he had a couple kids, but I'm like, why?
no, I think he's got 5. He's 5 or 6. Yeah,
With different women?
yeah, different women.
Interesting.
He's a little horn dog. He is a little because all
Is
those
he married?
those I don't think so. I think those acquisitions recently, like he slept with a few like Tesla
Oh.
employees. That went away so fast.
Legal team,
Yeah,
man.
that legal
an
team.
investment
that
right
is-
there. Like,
Oh, Riley.
Yeah.
Oh, Riley. Protect you
But-
from all your wrongdoings.
all my Mexican friends call me O'Reilly.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly
O'Reilly.
Autobots. It's so funny.
O'Reilly Autobots. How's your Spanish speaking going, by the way?
It's
That's a
going
little
great. I have
side
I'm
project.
like 53-day streak of like learning every day. So.
Wow. I thought I was gonna ask you about it and be like, yeah, that fell off the fucking.
No, I also
radar.
I have one of them on Instagram, so we message back and forth to get me practicing like actual implementing.
Wow.
Like,
So do you have like a
conversations.
Spanish keyboard on your phone
I do.
that you
Yeah.
type in?
Yeah, it's
That's a
really
great
nice
idea.
because like when I try to type like Spanish on like an English keyboard, it tries to autocorrect it to like English words.
Yes, you're like,
that's not what I'm saying.
Stop.
But no, it's really fascinating. It's kind of turned into like this. It's kind of turned into like opening my mind to like language and like understanding language. It's fascinating to me how crazy like we are moving our vocal cords to make a certain sound that we comprehend that means something.
I know that's so weird. Don't get me.
Yeah, I
started.
can't
Like
think
you
about it
start to
too
go
much.
on this sidetrack and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's really fascinating, interesting, and I just love learning different things. I love learning like new things that
Should
new
learn about some
cultures and-
Facebook ads there, buddy. O'Reilly.
Yeah, but no, it's going good. So
Yeah, Elon. I think what's the next move for Twitter? I've been a very active Twitter user the last 3.5 years. You don't use it as
I've
much as
never
I
been
thought.
able to get behind Twitter.
I've loved it I've kind of gotten annoyed with it recently with all of the they took what was that voice like chat room thing that launched like a year ago? Was it like Classroom or like ClassPass or I can't think of it. You know what I'm talking about though.
Yep.
But they tried to integrate something like that, and I feel like my Twitter feed like has one of those purple boxes like every few tweets, and I'm like, gosh, I don't want to listen to your. I'm scrolling for info.
Maybe have like a separate tab.
Yes, for all the audio stuff because I feel one of Elon's things that he wanted to change was longer text, and I feel like that would kill the platform for someone like me because I don't use Reddit. I don't know if you use Reddit, but it's like
I used to be a big
I don't
Reddit guy.
want long form content. I want short.
I'm trying
and
to see
sweet.
what it is called.
Um,
In the meantime, clearly my feed doesn't have any of them.
Yeah. but I think
Spaces.
Twitter is in good hands now. Twitter Spaces. Yeah, I was thinking about the other app that it copied, Clubhouse. I
That
don't
shit
know if
was
you
a
ever
fad.
used it. Same
I-
with Be Real.
Yeah,
It's gonna
fad.
come and go. Have you seen TikTok already integrated it?
Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
you that thing. I was like, oh, TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm pretty good at like seeing if it's a fad or not. Like when Clubhouse came on, everyone was like, "Yo, come." No, like
I used it and I talked to Grant Cardone and Gary Vee
Really?
in the hot tub one
so
night.
funny.
I could
Yeah.
ask a few questions, which was kind of cool, but then it just got too saturated.
I used
you know?
Spaces for a while. Well, when day trading, and I would interact with some of the traders that I follow and
Yeah.
ask questions. It was
Um,
cool, but then like
Quick Bites Media Spaces. I think we need to host one of those like once a week.
that'd be cool. Like, a
Like
little
3
Q&A.
topics. Yeah, a little Q&A. I think it'll help our platform. And Quick Bites Media is official.
Yeah.
I think
don't-
this
no
what
one
is this
really
pod
knows.
going out next week?
Yeah. Well,
Something like
no,
that.
tomorrow
Oh,
or today.
today.
Depends if I can get it out on
Yeah.
time,
Sweet.
which I'll try. Obviously.
Yeah, it's official. So if you need marketing, media, give us a buzz. We're kind of reeling in what we offer specifically because we're going super narrow.
Yep.
Quick
Yep.
bites.
So we are. Yeah, it'll be super fun and good.
Yes.
But we're being picky.
tactical.
Yep. Tactical. I like that word.
Yeah. We are very selective on who we want to work with.
Yep. Because we have certain goals and certain things that we feel very confident in our abilities. So
100%.
we don't want to be
excited.
spread too thin like 98% of the entrepreneurs
Yeah.
that we know.
Right.
Yeah. But
What else is in the news? What's going on in the real estate market? You did a podcast about housing last week.
I kind of just gave like my 2 cents on like.
I said this morning in one of my meetings. I feel like everybody that's like shopping for a home right now, if there's no price reduction, they automatically think something's wrong. Like it's priced wrong because 50% of houses are getting price reductions right now. Oh, I said
Yeah.
that this morning.
Yeah, to
To
Jake.
Jake.
Do you know what's crazy to me is that a lot of decisions aren't made because of the lack of knowledge in real estate. It seems to me from a consumer standpoint.
Okay.
Like, so let me explain what I'm trying to say. So like, let's say you take a consumer or someone that wants to buy a house, a buyer.
Yep.
And they're like assumption right off the bat is like interest rates are high, higher monthly payment, I'm out. But it's like, all right, let's reevaluate. Like, what does that actually look like? What does that actually mean in the next 5 years?
Right.
Because it just depends. So I feel like if people were more, and that's the agent's job, is to educate them on that.
Agents right now they've been so used to how easy it's been. They've lacked
They're like, "It's been a
expertise and
week."
education. Yeah. Why isn't my house selling? Because it usually takes 30 days on it at equilibrium,
Yeah.
usually.
But it's just like, and I think there's also a lot of saturation on social media right now too. Every video starts with interest rates and people scroll. So it's like you have to educate your clients like personally.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, like
'Cause-
face to face.
Because interest rates, yeah, they're a little bit higher, but guess what? Like, that's just
What does that mean? Like,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. It means a higher monthly payment. It means that you can't afford more. But I hear you with like, there's also room for negotiation in your price and point buy downs. And there's so many ways around.
Like
It's just problem solving.
like Jake said, that house sold for like $1 million less.
Yeah.
I'm just like, so there's a lot of leverage there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also like Elliot said, like, what's your situation? Like,
Yes.
do you just want to buy
What
a
did he
house?
say? He's been buying investment
bought, like,
properties left and right.
5.
Yeah, and this year.
Yeah. And it's like, do you just want to buy a house or do you want the best return possible? Those are two different goals. And like, you just have to
Yes.
look at that. So it's pretty
100%.
interesting.
And Grant Cardone always says rent forever, but I think there's a sense of ownership that when you own a piece of real estate for your primary residence, it's something different. Like last night,
Yeah.
I had to go change the batteries on one of the shades at my rental property before it gets rented out. And it was my first house. And it's so cool to go back to that and be like, this is where it all started.
Yeah.
Like I stretched myself thin
Yeah.
for like 6 months just to buy this house and afford it.
Love that.
And now I look back and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Cause like my goal with buying that was like, I'm going to keep it forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like freaking
Your kids are
forever.
going to live in it.
Potentially. You never
Yeah.
know. Hopefully they don't live in Boise. I want them to grow up and get out. But like I've always told my wife that like we're gonna keep this rental property forever. Like it's
love
just
that.
gonna be really cool to like
Yeah.
when we're 80, maybe we downsize into it just
Yeah.
because it's like it's just
Going
where
back
we
to the
grew
roots.
up.
Yeah.
But I just think it's kind of cool. Like I always looked at that property though too when I bought it. It was new construction, but I could see it being a good investment property, and I saw the value there when I was ready to rent it out. So
Yeah.
it's just all the market conditions. You know, you have to ebb and flow, and there's always a good deal out there. Sometimes you have to work a little bit harder for it. You know,
Well, yeah. I mean, like I saw this video last night that was like, I would rather buy this house for 300 grand and then refinance rather than wait till it's at 700 grand with a lower monthly payment.
right?
Yeah, it just like all depends.
I talked to a banker yesterday for lunch, and he said that interest rates are going to keep climbing. Like we could get to the tens.
Ryan
Sir-
said
yeah.
10 by next year.
10%.
Not by next year, but next year.
So what's interesting is people start to misunderstand the Fed rate and what banks are charging,
Yep.
because the Fed rate was at 0 when interest rates were at 3. Because there's the banks have to make a spread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's the thing that I learned was like, oh, there's two rates that go into making up the one rate.
Yep.
So like the Fed rate is like,
X, because usually the loan is packaged in the government's buying it, but the bank's got to make something on their money too.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But I don't know which one that is.
It'll be
Is it-
exciting to see what it says.
There's oh, actually the volume's down.
Oh, Riley.
Do it again.
I feel like a DJ.
But personally, like I'm pretty tired of hearing about it.
Right?
Like honestly,
You're like, guys, interest rates are gonna go up. Like,
I'm like whatever. Like let's just like I said, adapt to the new market, go make some more money, like focus on what really matters. Like in my opinion, I don't care if I'm buying or renting right now.
mm-hmm.
Like I trust that decision will come when it needs to. Like
Right.
whatever. That's what I was gonna say when you said Grant Cardone renting.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was making a ton of money and I was renting, it's because like
You want the flexibility.
yeah.
When you're
Um,
living in, $10,000 a month rental that's worth 15 million or something, penthouse in Miami, like you
Yeah.
don't want to be locked into that. Like,
Yeah.
duh. Like,
like Alex Ramosi has like 3 or 4 houses that he just rents,
yep.
but he goes back and forth.
Pops
There's, like,
around.
flexibility. So I could definitely see myself doing that for sure. It just depending on the goals and like
Right.
just everything depends. But yeah, I think that argument, not the argument, but like renting versus buying. I think that's been kind of I've opened up my mind to like depends. Like it doesn't really matter because it used to be like
everything does.
only buy.
There's so many factors that come into it, and then you got to take into the equation like the patience and what is your money going to be worth? Time
Yeah.
value of money, and I know we've talked about that on the podcast a few times of like, what is it worth to you? Like, do you like the risk of the stock market versus residential market that's a little bit out of your control? The stock market is in your control because your money is liquid and you can sell it when you want.
Yeah.
But it might be down. That you don't have control of that. Where in real estate, you can raise your rents, increase your value of your property, spend some money,
Some
put some
rehab.
lipstick on the pig. What are we leaving the listeners with today?
I was gonna leave them with kind of like my plan for the next year, just from like
Ooh.
a widespread like.
Let's hear about it, Riley.
My plan for the next year is to block out all of the media noise of the economy and the market and this and that, and just like put my head down and like focus, and then look up in 3 years and be like, all right,
I like that.
retirement, here I come. Just kidding. But
Retirement sucks.
but yeah, no, that's kind of my plan is just to like, I just hate the outside
You
noise.
turn down the volume a little bit
It's
on the
so
outside
distracting.
noise. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I love like what we're doing with Quick Bites. I'm like, yes, I have something I can focus on.
You focus this on. Yeah. Yeah.
It just keeps
I do
me
the same thing
sane.
with the market. Like I get super dived into it. And I think it's important to have those times where you
Yeah.
focus in on certain, I've invested a lot of money in it. So like obviously
Yeah.
I should pay attention to
Yeah,
it a little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
more. But it comes like cyclically in my opinion, like when COVID hit, it's like I spent every day watching MSNBC and like watching Kramer, like, what should I buy?
Yeah.
For the listeners today, coming from Mr. Blake, what is it that you are struggling with right now from a motivation at work, not sure whether to buy real estate or not? Should I invest some money in the stock market? Where should I put it? What should I do with it? What are you struggling with right now? And how can us at Quick Bites educate you and help you make better decisions to not struggle with whatever you're struggling with from real estate, stock market, or media perspective? And how can we help? That was a good clip.
I like that. It'll start some conversations.
Yep. And who is our next guest? Let's hear it.
Oh, that'll be
Tag
hot.
3
That'll
friends.
be hot.
Tag 3 friends. Yeah, we're talking to you. You know who you are.
We'll see.
That was a good little quick bite that I knew you could take out.
That was.
It's like